Hello everybody, Caden here today with another episode of our Island Aquarium series, and today we're back on the world to build some stuff. So you'll notice once again there's no time lapse. Replay's still having troubles with this world. I don't really know why. I'm still looking into it. Luckily the other series, it's perfectly okay. It's still working wonderfully, so that's awesome. You'll also notice not too much has changed since last episode. Pretty much the only differences being the arrangement of some of the terracotta. I was gonna say Tyan Terracotta, but yeah, that's not English. And the fact that there's stairs here now, because I've decided this is where the stairwell leading down to the abyss and up to our second story are going to be, or at least one set of the stairs. I realistically, if we quickly fly over here, I realistically need to throw in a second set of stairs over here somewhere. Don't really know where that's gonna be. Also, the stairs are definitely not, those stairs are definitely not reaching all the way up here because this area is raised up way too high. And in fact, I feel like if there's any exhibit I needed to come back and dramatically change, not because it's bad, but just because it just doesn't fit with the rest of the zoo, it's this. This build is insane and probably would work better in either a different building or as its own building and not part of my aquarium and Minecraft music. I actually really like music, and also I need to talk about what we're doing today. Oh yeah, today what we're doing, we're building an Arawana exhibit, a coastal sea otter, what is it called? Giant river otter, Cape otter, whatever we're calling it, and a dwarf crocodile exhibit. I know I said I was gonna stop doing all these non-fish exhibits, but technically we are doing a fish, so it counts. Also, I can still hear the Minecraft music. I don't know if that's still playing, whatever. Yeah, that's basically the plan for today, so we're gonna get started on that now. So this episode might be a little bit longer just because I've done barely any pre-building, so we're gonna be doing pretty much everything kinda as it happens. We can make this exhibit a lot taller, just down to the fact that this is bordering into our cafeteria area, so we got a lot of space to work with there. I don't really know how I want to do this side yet, but I guess we can just kind of, well, that's the wrong block actually, so we aren't gonna do that. Oh, I just didn't straight up grab any concrete. There we go, not there, right along here, and that should actually be pretty good. So we'll just do that, and then we can do like this, and then there's some more concrete over here. And yeah, there we go. If my voice sounds a bit different, or I sound a bit iffy, you know, like a bit tired, a bit distracted, I woke up about 10 minutes before I started recording, well, probably 20 minutes, because I tried to build a little, and yeah, I'm kind of not lucid, I guess, I'm just a bit like, you know, that right after you wake up kind of tired, but still really energetic kind of area, you know what I mean? I'm thinking now. This area might work better for otters since it's a taller exhibit. Just thinking, right? Because that means we could have an above ground area as well as a pool we can see them swimming around in. Does that make sense? That might make sense. Meanwhile, this might work a bit better for the alligators. Or dwarf crocodile. What the heck was that? Was that a cat? Oh, it was a cat. Oh, yeah. I don't know how all these animals keep spawning. I've turned mob spawning off. I think it's just I have too many mods. Honestly, very much thinking about removing about half of the mods on this mod pack / world because I think we have too many. And I think it's causing some issues with this series. Oh man, I really just want to go to 1.16 and kind of restart in a way. Not completely restart, like get rid of all the progress we've made, but you know, like, oh man, I really do just want all the blocks 1.16 will give us. I want all the features, and most importantly, I want all the much better aquatic mods from 1.16. That being said, you know, ZAWA's not up there yet, and that is literally my zoo mod nowadays. If I'm not using ZAWA, if I can't use ZAWA for the zoo series, it ain't happening. Speaking of which, I know more people are requesting a return to just a regular zoo now. And I am actually up for that, doing both the aquarium series and a normal kind of zoo as well at the same time. It just literally, right now at least, it just comes down to timing, and if I have enough time to do that, because these series tend to be kind of hard to run, just straight up down to the fact that you know, it takes well, actually, you know, recording these doesn't take a lot of time. I can record, well, I mean, like, this video is probably going to be somewhere around 30 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, that's about how long they take to record. So, you know, I can pump out a wildlife park video or a aquarium video in 30 minutes. But that means that, like I've said before in previous videos talking about this kind of stuff, you know, obviously it's not the recording that's the issue. The recording's the easy part. Like, that's just sit down. Well, I say, yeah, you know, it is easy. Just sit down, talk about something while I build. That's pretty much it. We're gonna have to raise this up a little bit, I think, because we want the water to be at that level. So why am I doing this by hand? Why did I even destroy that, though? That didn't even make sense. Raise that up a little bit, and then we're gonna do our typical, you know, little texture behind this, just to get a bit more interest into the background. Kind of like, you know, like a semi-crazy person does. And no, I don't want the light gray concrete. Is the green concrete darker than the green terracotta? No, the green terracotta is the darkest. Okay, so we want that in the lowest part of the build. Just like so, and like this. And that should hopefully kind of fill it in, and then we just fill in the rest with the lime green, I think is what it's called. I don't know the names of the blocks I use even. All right, well that's actually looking pretty good. I do think we are gonna do the concrete kind of pool again for this, mostly because that just feels very like reptile house kind of thing to me, is to have the, you know, like, I mean, it looks like an actual like body of water kind of, but it's basically just a concrete pool that's filled with water. I know what I mean, and I'm sure you guys can picture what I'm talking about. Also, I've made this exact thing like a billion times by this point, so, you know, it's kind of predictable. So yeah, we'll just then throw some concrete like this just to kind of build the border of it. And that's actually a fair amount of swimming space for them. We probably don't want too much swimming space. I say that, but they probably do want a lot of swimming space. But they're also reptiles, so, you know, they probably also want a fair amount of room to bask in some heat lamps, so they don't like die of getting too cold. Freezing to death. That's what that's called, Caden. You know, think with words. Think with words and say words, not try to horribly explain a concept that's really easy to get. Okay, yeah, if you guys have no idea how, if anything I say just is absolutely insane or doesn't make any sense, I'm very tired. Well, not really. Well, I'm kind of tired. You know what? Just stop talking, Caden. There we go. Oh, nope. That's what we're looking for. We need to get this up here for the borders, so that way we get a nice looking thing. There we go. All right. Yeah. Not terrible. Now, what have I been doing for... Oh, that reminds me, actually. Someone did suggest, I really love this suggestion. I don't remember who it was. But replacing the piranha, which is still just doing that, replace their glass with green stained glass. I really love that idea to give it a bit more of like a murky look, and I don't know, I thought that was super cool. You know what, let's do the same actually kind of thing we did for the piranhas with the Arawanas. They're not at all like the same thing, but I don't know, I think it looks kind of cool. So we'll give them like this. Because, you know, it could be fun to kind of just have a bit of a different thing. Is this like light gray? Or this is just gray terracotta? The colors of the terracotta are so hard to remember. And then we can just like chuck in, what are we gonna chuck in here? Probably just some coarse dirt, actually. That'll probably work perfectly. Yeah, that should actually work just fine. So there we go. And I guess we can throw in a little bit of a incline back here just to get a bit of interest. And where's my jungle wood? There we go. Wait, like that, and like that. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be good. That should be all lovely jubbly. How do we want to do this exhibit? I kind of like that. There's just like a little bit of an overhang, and then we can throw another log like that. And then we can do something like that to get a little bit of a tree in there. That should be okay. We don't really want too much shade, actually, thinking about it. And actually, something that might be a good idea, taking our concrete once again, is creating like a little, I guess you could call it like a, basically just making like a warm rock, I guess. And then we can put the heating lamps above here, so that way it's like somewhere kind of warm they can just kind of sit, I guess. I don't know. I think that's a good idea, though. I think I've done a smart thing there. Water bucket. There we go. Let's just finish this exhibit off first, and then let's get this in the Arawana done, and then we'll probably be pretty good to go get the Otter finished. I really should have come up with better ideas. Like I've said, it's not recording that's the hard part for these zoo series. It's just getting the ideas down and building the actual, coming up with the actual ideas for the exhibits I'm gonna build. That takes absolute ages. It really does. It's a lot harder than it looks for some reason. I wish it was easier to come up with the exhibit design. Granted, I could just do what people have been suggesting for quite a while now, and that is just straight up just build a zoo that's basically just, you know, a real life zoo. So just go and build one that already exists, which is an interesting idea, and I have considered doing that. And maybe for the next zoo we can do that, but I don't know, at the same time, I do like just kind of randomly coming up with stuff. It's a lot of fun. But I guess we could do like a mixture of that. I mean, we'll see, you know? We just gotta we actually have to find time for me to be able to record all that, you know? That's a bit of a big ask. Alright, there we go. Now, the problem with the Arawanas, in the grand scheme of me building the aquarium, is that I believe these are Asian Arawanas. And those obviously live in Asia, not like the Amazon or anything, so it's kind of hard to find a place for them to go, because they don't really fit anywhere. Let's get some like lily pads and like some other like the float, wait, not that, the like water lettuce and stuff. I really love the water lettuce. I don't know which mod it's from, probably the plant mega pack, but I don't know, it's just really, it's a really cool looking plant, and I really love it. Alright, let's get some like basic tree stuff going. You know, we gotta get them foliage points down, so that way the exhibit looks kind of alive and not just like a concrete box, essentially. Although it really does just look like a concrete box because that's what it is at the end of the day. It's just a concrete and plaster box that's holding a rather cool little crocodile, or crocodilian. Alright, let's get that going, and there we go. And then we can throw like some Spanish moss down and kind of try and make this look a bit interesting. That is annoying that it places exactly the way you face it, but whatever. We'll get some swamp flowers in, and this flower that I've put in all my tropical exhibits. And do we have anything else? No, I just need bone meal now. Whoops. Bone meal. And oh, we need a what is it called? A reptile lamp. Yes, that thing. Let's just go for a gray concrete roof. I don't really know why. I think it's because I'm thinking this is gonna make the top of the exhibit maybe look a bit taller for some reason. I have no idea why I'm thinking that, But I think it'll also it'll also be a nice contrast with the rather dark interior of the exhibit to have a rather light ceiling. Plus, it actually kind of fits with what we were doing, since the higher up the wall goes, the brighter the exhibit gets, or the brighter the mural in the exhibit gets. All right. Plus, just making it a solid roof does solve a lot of the problems I have over in the other area where we've done this, where I have them all being a bunch of open roofs, which are really difficult to deal with because now I have to like figure all that out. In fact, they'll probably get changed. Let's get some, isn't there rope in the mod? There is thin rope, there we go. That's what we needed. We'll just do like that and then put the heat lamp like right there. That actually looks really good. I like this little build. This is good. I have done a good job. I'm very proud of myself. We can get rid of the Arawana spawn egg now. And we can spawn in our... Oh my gosh, it's adorable. It's so small and cute. All right, we can throw a couple of them in here. That should be fine. And there we go. So there we go, we got 2 exhibits. Oh, this actually looks amazing. I love this. And this one, I mean, it's not like the greatest aquarium in the world, but that's all right. Or greatest tank in the world, that's amazing though. Otters. Man, why do I feel so like, about building an otter exhibit? I don't know. I think I'm just apprehensive because I want it to look good. I'm kind of scared I'm gonna mess it up. Honestly, we probably need to, if we're going to, if we're, let's finish a sentence there, Caden. If we're gonna have an underwater section, realistically, we should inset the wall, or the tank a bit, that way there's actually a bit of like texture going on, and not just, or a bit of interest going on, and not just a super flat wall, because those aren't very interesting to look at. And should we put a beam in the center of it? I'm trying to debate, does that look better or does that look worse? Honestly, it's just a superficial thing, so we can add it back later on if we feel like we need it. So there we go. And we'll just grab the exhibit glass now and chuck that all the way along here. I really hate the sounds the anaconda makes, not because they're bad, but just because they're really annoying after about 10 minutes of... Where's the net? All right, let's get a net out real quick. I want to capture that guy just so he stops making noises. All right. You have been silenced for your crimes against my eardrums. We can get rid of the exhibit glass. Okay. I'm trying to think here. I mean, is this enough space really for an otter? I mean, we did just throw in several crocodiles in a much smaller enclosure, and that's about the same size as the otter we're trying to work with. Right? Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, he says, when he's very much realizing it's not gonna be fine. You know what? We're gonna do like, I'm gonna take a page out of the book of a penguin exhibit I've built in the past. Oh, this is like, oh, this is gonna be difficult. This is gonna be real difficult. I really did not think this exhibit through, did I? Yeah, no, we really shouldn't. Oh, is this even enough space? I don't think it is. I think we need to put a different animal here. I'm trying to think what I have to think really quick. What other animal do I have that would fit here perfectly? Japanese giant salamander? Mayhaps? I like that idea, actually. Yeah, actually, no, that actually I think would fit quite well. Wait, we could do 2 exhibits here, actually. We could do a Japanese giant salamander there, and a coconut crab. No, not that coconut crab. We will do the coconut crab at some point, though. What am I thinking? The marine iguana. The marine iguana. That should go in the saltwater section, though. All right, we'll just throw the Japanese giant salamander in here. This exhibit's way too big for that. We're gonna lower this down now because I don't need it to be quite so tall. So that's a bit crazy for it to be that big if it's the salamanders. All right, and this one, okay, yeah. All right, I think we have enough space to do an actual like rock wall type thing back here and have enough space for it to swim. All right, yep, we can do this. We can do this now. All right, so we'll just kind of like do some stuff like this, and then we can like go like that, and realistically I need to throw it back one block more, so I guess we will, even though that does put it right up against the anaconda exhibit, which is a bit annoying because the anaconda is definitely going to glitch through the wall and show up in the build now, which is not something I'm very happy about. But you know, we gotta make do with what we can, you know, we gotta adapt and just make the thing work, hopefully. Let's get some more terracotta down. Yeah, we'll stick with that for now. We should get rid of that. Yeah, very good English, you know, really just blowing you away with my Shakespearean sentences. Oh man, me recording right when I wake up, I feel like it's always a mistake, or maybe it isn't. Maybe you guys like the fact that I kind of am mental when I wake up and therefore make really bizarre just like sentences and such. Let me know, what do you think of tired Caden when he records? Love him, hate him, just wondering why I'm making a video at all, you know? That's a valid question. Why am I recording, you know? What do I make videos for anyway? Well, aside from the entertainment of people and because I enjoy making them, you know? That's a good thing I enjoy making them. Okay. This is gonna be a long video, I feel like. Of course, every time I say it's gonna be a long video, it isn't. But this is already starting to feel like it's like a 70-minute video. Like, oh boy, here we go, 70 minutes of Caden's mad ramblings. I like this build so far, though. This is looking good. So let's get some water in here. I've just realized, I don't really think salamanders sit in very, like, deep water, do they? They're kind of like shallow water animals, aren't they? Like slow-moving kind of river-like animals. And most of the time, don't they just like sit on under logs and stuff? Though to be honest, I know very little about the Japanese giant salamander because my expertise, believe it or not, is not in salamanders, and their needs, their care needs, I guess. Yeah, no, I'm not a salamander expert. Although it would be cool to own a salamander. I'm sure I can't own a Japanese salamander, giant Japanese salamander, because I'm sure it's probably endangered, so it's like, no, you can't have one, sir. At which point, I give up and buy, I don't know, what would I get? If I had to get a really bizarre, like, pet, I don't know. Probably wouldn't get anything, would I? Maybe a tegu. Well, those aren't really, does a tegu count as an exotic pet? I don't know. If you don't know what a tegu is, look it up. It's like a monitor lizard type thing from South America, particularly the Argentine tegu, because that thing is adorable and just a wonderful animal, and I really want one. Okay, we need to kind of restructure this whole thing. I think it is way too slopey. The problem of, you know, me not really building too many small interior builds and then trying to do an aquarium, just coming down to the fact I know how to build large outdoor exhibits that need lots of like sloping to make them look good. But then when you're building in like a tiny little area, you know, you can't really do the same things because though it might look good outside, it doesn't like mesh well with very limited interior space, and you get like crazy hills out of nowhere. There we go, that might look a bit better. Oh, okay, yeah, that is a much better exhibit. All right. We'll throw like a log down here just to kind of give them something. And I kind of want to throw like a rock in like that, And where is some cobblestone slabs? There we go. Yeah, actually that looks pretty good. I like that. And we'll throw another slab like there. Man, I cannot wait till I can use waterlogged slabs, because those are so nice. Oh man, I miss those. Well, I say I miss them. I haven't really built anything with them yet, just because I don't really play this or that version, because none of my mods are that version yet. So, you know, and that's basically when that's the only reason I ever update my Minecraft. Just when the mods I play update to that version. So, kind of waiting to play 1.16 and 1.13 and all those other versions until we either get fossils going up there or until we get ZAWA up there. At which point, I'll be very happy. But that looks good already. Oh, I like that. That's actually amazing. I'm done. Okay, we can't really place anything on the ground, I guess, but that's okay. Do we really need anything else? I don't think so. Because we wouldn't need a heat lamp in here, because that would just dry the salamander out, wouldn't it? And that'd be pretty bad. Just going off the, you know, knowing that salamanders need their skin to be moist to be able to breathe, I believe, correct? They're like, isn't that what amphibians do? I honestly don't remember. Again, my knowledge of amphibians, not the greatest. My knowledge of anything, not really the greatest. I really should do more research. I keep saying that like every episode I record this. I need to do more research into these animals before I make the exhibits. And I'll get around to that eventually again. Just need a lot more time to be able to do that. But hey, I'm gonna try and get all the videos out this week, you know? Really gonna go for it. See if we can get all the content out. Actually, let's get some sea lanterns out real quick. Sea lanterns. So I wanna chuck one like right there. Oh, that's concrete. I was like, well, that's kind of weird looking. There, we'll chuck like one right there to kind of light up this area. And then probably if I can find like the center point, right? So like 1, 2. So like do like this just to get some light in here, and we can get some iron trap doors if I didn't chuck them out of my inventory. And do something like that. That way it's got kind of like a ceiling based lighting. There we go. And we'll chuck in like a couple of them. There we go. And that should be pretty good. So, yeah, there we go. We've got 3 exhibits down. So you got our Japanese giant salamanders, which are kind of hiding, which they should be, you know, we should be able to see them constantly. We have our dwarf crocodiles. I love this exhibit. This exhibit's by far my favorite. And we have our Arawanas. So I'm gonna take a cut real quick, and I will bring you guys back in with shaders. All right, here we are with some shaders. I think these are the Chocapic 13 ones. I am kind of running into the same issue we've had all throughout the series, where shaders really don't like the ZAWA clear glass. They make it really, really foggy and therefore kind of hard to see through. And just the fact that due to how water works in this version, shaders don't always make the exhibits look super great. But I do really love the atmosphere of this one. I did have to add in a bit of extra lighting just to kind of make it work a little bit better, but yeah, I love the atmosphere of this. This looks really cool. And unfortunately, you can't, this just isn't working super duper well with shaders, but if we hop inside the exhibit real quick, it's so dark in here. I do kind of like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just mess around with the lighting a bunch later on and just kind of see if we can get it to work a bit better and look a bit nicer, but overall, I'm really happy with this. Oh, also, I added in the roof and the walls, try and get the shaders to work a bit better. And it kind of does, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, next episode, hopefully we'll finally start back up with the actual aquarium things, getting to work, hopefully, on our saltwater tanks, getting the not the mega tank done next episode, but getting some of the new tanks done, getting it all looking good. And yeah, I'm very excited to get started on that. So anyway, thank you all for watching, hope you've all enjoyed, and until next time, guys, see ya.